In this video, we are looking at top stocks that were bought by super investors in the previous quarter, in the third quarter of 2022. We will look what was the minimum price for these companies, and we will compare it to the current price to determine if it's possible to buy these stocks even cheaper than super investors did. Also, we will look at what super investors are buying or holding these stocks. So, let's get started. First of all, if you want to make a deeper dive on super investors' portfolio, or you have other stock investment ideas, please write in the comments below. Okay, if a fund has more than 100 million in assets, it has to disclose what stocks he owns through 13F filings. Right now it's the middle of November, and it's possible to see what super investors bought during the third quarter of 2022. Why do we need this information? A lot of super investors that I follow have managed to beat the S&P 500. So first, it gives a lot of valuable insights on what stocks to make a deeper dive. And secondly, it gives us ideas at what price super investors are buying these stocks. Okay, let's look at top stocks that were bought by super investors in the previous quarter. It's easily done if you go to Dataroma and sort the stocks by number of buys. The problem here is that a lot of purchases were extremely small, so less than 0.01%. The goal here is to determine meaningful purchases. So I took these companies and took only the buys that were more than 0.5% of super investors' portfolio. Also for Google, I took Class A shares and Class C shares. Basically, it doesn't matter what stocks you buy, Class A shares or Class C shares, because the majority of votes has Class B shares. Okay, let's look at these top 6 stocks. The first company is Google, ticker GOOG and ticker GOOGL. So I combined number of buys of both classes of shares. So we can see 6 buys and 6 sells. The minimum price during the last quarter was close to $96 per share. So right now it's possible to buy these shares almost at the same price level. If we look at super investors that holding Google stock, we can see that Terry Smith has around 3.5% of his portfolio in Google. Also, Lulu owns Google stock. He owns both Class A shares and Class C shares. Okay, the next company is Salesforce, ticker CRM. 5 buys and 1 sell. The lowest price during the third quarter was close to $151 per share. Right now it's possible to buy it at $153, so almost at the same price level. The third company is Microsoft. 5 buys and 4 sells. The minimum price during the third quarter was $232 per share. Right now, at the moment of writing the video, it's close to $242, so around 4% higher. Microsoft is a stock that is also owned by Terry Smith, around 10% of his portfolio. He decreased his position by 7% in the previous quarter. He still has more than 10% of his portfolio in Microsoft. Also, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation Trust dramatically increased their position in Microsoft. The next company is Amazon, 5 buys and 5 sells. The minimum price during the third quarter was $109 per share. Right now it's possible to buy it 15% cheaper. If we look at top super investors that holding Amazon, we can see that Terry Smith again holds around 3.5% of his portfolio in Amazon. The next company is Capital One Financial, 4 significant buys that are more than 0.5% of super investors' portfolio, and 0 sells. The minimum price during the previous quarter was $91 per share. Right now it's 9.5% higher. If we look at top super investors that are holding Capital One Financial, we can see that Richard Pezina and Greg Alexander are having this stock in their portfolios. And the last stock is Micron, ticker MU. 4 buys and 2 sells. The minimum price was around $49 per share, and right now the price is 13% higher. Well, technically it has only 3 buys, but Seth Klarman, a super investor that I follow, bought around 0.49% of his portfolio, so I decided to count that as a significant purchase. I was really surprised not to see Facebook or Meta stock in the list. They had a lot of purchases, but these purchases were insignificant, very small, less than 0.5%. Also, I wasn't expecting to see companies like Salesforce, Micron, and Capital One Financial. So this is the beauty of this method. We can determine list of companies to make a deeper dive. Also, if you want to know more about the recent purchase of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation Trust, here's the video. If you are not subscribed to the channel, you can do this by pressing the button right here. You will not miss a single new video. Thank you very much for watching till the end, and see you in the next video.